Hello students, welcome all of you. So we'll started the 12th standard topic under the subject biology, that is the molecular basis of inheritance, and under which the 4.3 unit, that is the DNA packaging, will started last time. So I will here only repeat in short the summarized about the DNA packaging. So you know packaging, that means the DNA strand which packed in a very small space, in a very small region in the chromosome, that means in a very small space it get accommodate. The DNA strand in mammalians nearly about 2.2 meter elongated. So the DNA which one is 2.2 meter elongated DNA which can get accommodate in the nucleus, inside the nucleus, and the region or the diameter of the nucleus is 10 raised to minus 6 meter. That means in a very small space, 10 raised to minus 6 meter, the 2.2 meter elongated DNA strand get accommodate, and there are such a number of strands get accommodate in the space. That is called as the packaging of DNA. The packaging of DNA in eukaryotes, we will again study the definition or the meaning of the eukaryotes. The eukaryotes, that means in which the nucleus is well organized. Well organized nucleus. Well organized, that means well developed nucleus. Well developed nucleus, that means inside the cell the nucleus is present. The nucleus shows the nuclear membrane. Inside the nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm is present, and in the nucleoplasm, the nucleolus present, but simultaneously the important genetic material is present in the form of the chromosomes. That means always the chromosomes which get closed inside the nuclear membrane, that is the well organized nucleus. And the well organized nucleus present in the organisms called as the eukaryotes. So at the time of the packaging of DNA in eukaryotes, particularly the proteins, here the proteins plays very important role. The proteins are mainly two types, as the histone proteins and the non-histone proteins. The important feature of the eukaryotes, again the histone type of proteins present only in eukaryotes. The histone type of proteins present in eukaryotes. So the presence of the histone protein is the typical characteristic feature of the eukaryotes only, and not in prokaryotes. The multiple choice question may be asked here with the reference with the histone proteins, which is the characteristic feature of the eukaryotes. So the histone and non-histone proteins plays very important role in the packaging of the DNA. So first about the histone proteins. The histone proteins, specifically there are 5 different types of histone proteins are present. So there are 5 different types of histone proteins are present, as H1 histone protein, then H2A histone protein, H2 2b histone protein, H3 histone protein and H4 histone protein. That means 5 types of histone protein as H1, H2A, H2B, H3 and H4. Out of which except H1 remaining all 4 types of histones, which are 2 molecules of each type of histones, which together form the 8 moleculated structure or the basic unit called as the octamer. The octamer is the basic unit in the packaging of the DNA. The octamer, that means the 8 molecules of histone proteins. The 8 molecules of the histones in which there are 4 different types of histones are present, and the 4 histones, that means each histone, the 2 molecules together forms the 8 molecular unit, that is the octamer. So about here the histone octamer, here totally 8 molecules of the histones present. 2 molecules of H2A, 2 molecules of H2B, 2 molecules of H3 and 2 molecules of H4. So we can clearly understood about the histone octamer and which one is the positively charged unit. Then the octamer which get wrapped. So around the octamer, the DNA strand get wrapped. So the DNA strands which get coiled around the octamer, and the coiling, that is one complete coil which surrounds one complete turn, and the another turn which is the 3/4 turn. That means the DNA molecule wrapped around the turn as 1 and the 3/4 turn, one complete turn and another 3/4 turn, and the DNA again leave out. So the octamer with the DNA is called as the nucleosome. So the nucleosome, which composed by the central core unit, that is the octamer, then the DNA, that is 1 and 3/4 turn of the DNA, and one more unit, that is the H1 type of histone. Here the H1 histone, the H1 also plays the role in the packaging of DNA in eukaryotes. So what is the role or the place of the H1 protein? The H1 plays very important role to keep the nucleosome stable. That means the DNA which cannot recoil or unwind. So the entering end or the site of the DNA and the DNA strand which leave out from the octamer, both the sides which held together by the histone protein, which one is the H1 histone protein. We will studied it last time, but I will repeat it again. So in this way, the nucleosome shows here the yellow colored structure, central core, that is the octamer. The octamer, that means is 4 types of histones, and each type of histone there are 2 molecules. Which one is the octamer? Octamer which get wrapped by the DNA by 1 and 3/4 turn, and simultaneously the entering site of the DNA and the strand of the DNA which leave out together, it get connected by the H1 protein, and the whole structure is called as the nucleosome. So the octamer is the central core, but the nucleosome is the basic unit. So here the nucleosome shows the octamer the DNA, the octamer. Now here the specification, the octamer the one single nucleosome shows 200 base pairs. Base pairs, that means the nitrogen base pairing. We will study the structure of DNA, which one is the duplex or the double helical structure, and the two strands of the DNA which are held together by the hydrogen bonds which are present in between the complementary nitrogen bases. So again here the basic structure of the DNA. The DNA is the double helical, double stranded structure. The two strands of the DNA which held together by the hydrogen bonds which get appear between the two complementary nitrogen bases. The two complementary nitrogen bases present on the complementary strands of the DNA. And which are the two complementary nitrogen bases? Suppose adenine paired with thymine by two hydrogen bonds, and the guanine which pairs with the cytosine by 3 hydrogen bonds, which are the complementary nitrogen bases, or maybe vice versa also. The thymine maybe get linked with the adenine by 2 hydrogen bond, the cytosine with the guanine by 3 hydrogen bonds. So here such a nitrogen base pairs, adenine thymine is the nitrogen base pair, guanine cytosine is the nitrogen base pair, or maybe vice versa. So such a nitrogen base pairs here in the single nucleosome, nucleosome, which are totally 200 base pairs, out of which the central core, that means the octamer. So the octamer, around the octamer the DNA strand which get wrapped around it. So the octamer, on the octamer the DNA strand present. So the octamer on DNA shows 146 base pairs. The DNA with octamer shows the 146 base pairs, and the DNA which enters and leave out from the nucleosome, the remaining DNA which shows 54 base pairs, and so totally approximately 200 base pairs in a single nucleosome. There is always the perfection or the specification, and the question may be asked in the multiple choice question here like this: the nucleosome, how many base pairs present, or maybe the octamer, the DNA with octamer which shows how many base pairs, or here the DNA of the nucleosome which shows the 54 base pairs, like this. So the nucleosomes, such a number of nucleosomes which looks like, suppose one nucleosome, then another, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, like this. The number of successive nucleosomes and which get interconnected, here the strand always which get coiled around each nucleosome, then leave out again which enters and cores the or wrapped around the successive another nucleosome, and in this way here the strand somewhat it looks like the beaded chain like structure. That means the beads on a string, one by one the beads get connected with each other and which forms a string, that is the beaded chain like structure called as a beads on a string. So the diagrammatically, graphically we can sketch like this. Here the DNA, and the DNA, the basic unit here, the nucleosomes interconnected by the linker DNA, and this yellow colored structure, that is the nucleosome unit. The nucleosome, that means the yellow colored structure formed by the octamer, 8 molecules of histones of 4 types, and then again the DNA get wrapped around it, that is the central core or the nucleosome, like this. So the beaded chain like structure. The important perfection or the specification, that is here, the beaded chain like structure, the diameter of the beaded chain like structure, that is the 100 angstrom unit, that means 10 nm, 100 angstrom unit. Then the beads on a string which get coiled around itself nearly about the single loop or the single turn coiling, which shows the presence of nearly about 6 nucleosomes. So the 6 nucleosomes forms the single loop or the coiling, and the structure is called as the solenoid. The beads on a string, specifically the 6 molecules of the nucleosome get coiled to form the single loop, and which forms the structure called as the solenoid. That means, suppose here initially the DNA strand, much elongated DNA strand, the DNA strand again, which one is a double helical structure, but diagrammatically here we sketch like this. Suppose the DNA which forms the beads on a string and somewhat becomes compressed or the condensed. You know the telephone wire, somewhat due to the coiling, super coiling, much elongated telephone wire can accommodate in a very small space like this. Here, due to the beads on a string, it gets somewhat compressed, and then again later on, due to the coiling, maybe due to the super coiling, which get accommodate in a very small space, and so here the beads on a string get coiled around itself to form the structure called the solenoid, and the solenoid, it shows the diameter, that is a 300 angstrom unit. The important one here, again the question may be asked in the multiple choice question, that is the diameter of the solenoid, that is a 300 angstrom unit, that means the 30 nm, or maybe the beads on a string 100 angstrom unit, that means the 10 nm. And here we can observe the structure that the DNA strand somewhat get compressed, that means the condensed in a beads on a string, again further it get condensed in a solenoid, and in the super coiled solenoid it again becomes more condensed. So that is the packaging of the DNA. Much elongated strand can accommodate in a very small space due to coiling, super coiling, and in which the different types of histones plays very important role. Then question arises here, the non-histone proteins. Non-histone protein, that means except histone, again some another proteins also plays the role in the packaging of DNA called as the non-histone proteins. And the non-histone proteins which plays important role particularly at the time of the cell division in the metaphase. Cell division, you know about the cell division. The cell division, that means the single parental cell after completion of the interphase, it enters in the cell division, and the cell division shows 4 main phases, particularly the somatic type of cell. The vegetative type of cell shows the 4 main stages or the phases as prophase, metaphase, anaphase and the telophase. So here the second phase, that is the metaphase, and in the metaphase always the chromosome becomes highly condensed. Initially in the interphase there is a chromatin network, it may be termed as the chromonema present. Chromonema, that means the network of the DNA, it forms somewhat the network like structure, so the chromatin network, or it termed as the chromonema. And as if the cell enters in the cell division, the packaging of the DNA, that means the much elongated strand of DNA which get accommodated in the form of the chromosome, and in the metaphase the chromatin network which becomes highly condensed and it get resolved, that means the structure which get converted and it get resolved in the form of the chromosome, and in which the DNA get accommodated due to the packaging, that is the structure of the DNA. That is the structure of the chromosome, and the chromosomes always get resolved in the metaphase. In the metaphase, the chromosomes which are highly condensed, we can observe very distinctly in the metaphase. And again here the specificity or the perfection, the multiple choice question may be asked. In the metaphase, the chromosome is highly coiled, supercoiled solenoid is present, and at that time, here at the time of the supercoiling of the solenoid, it needs non-histone chromosomal protein, NHCP. Again the question may be asked, long form of the NHCP. So the non-histone chromosomal protein, and such a non-histone protein which plays important role in the packaging of the DNA, particularly in the high level, or that means at the time of the cell division, specifically in the metaphase. So here again some perfections or the specifications, particularly the theoretical question not directly asked, here only the references which goes towards the perfections or the multiple choice questions may be get asked here. The packaging at the high levels, that means what? At the time of the cell division in the metaphase, it needs the NHCP, that means non-histone chromosomal proteins. It needs the non-histone chromosomal proteins. At high level, the chromosomes get appeared. At high level, the chromosomes get appeared here. The chromosomes appear in the form of the chromonema. The chromonema, the term was proposed by the Hertz. The chromonema appear in the interphase. So first you know about the cell cycle. The cell cycle, that means, suppose this one is the M phase. M, that means the mitotic phase. The mitotic phase, that means the division which appears in the phase. The parental cell which undergo the division and form the two daughter cells showing the 4 phases as prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, called as the M phase. And after the completion of the M phase, the daughter cells get appear, and later on the cell enters in the phase is called as the interphase. Interphase, that means the preparatory phase. The daughter cells undergo the preparation, which get highly developed, and then after the completion of the interphase again enters in the M phase, that means the cell division, and continuously the cycle that is called as the cell cycle. But here in the interphase or the interphase, which shows again 3 substages as growth 1 phase, noted as G1 phase. Directly this is not included under this topic, we'll study it in 11th science. But you know what is the interphase, their location in the cell cycle. What is the meaning of chromonema? The chromonema appear in which phase? The chromosome appear in which phase? And so here I will repeat in short, that is about the cell cycle. So the cell cycle shows 2 main phases as M phase and interphase. The interphase again shows 3 substages as the growth 1 phase, then the second phase, synthetic phase. The synthetic, that means particularly here the DNA replication, that means the duplication of the DNA takes place in the synthetic phase, and finally the G2 phase, that means the growth second phase. In the G1 and G2 phase, the different types of the amino acids proteins get synthesized, and in the S phase particularly the replication of the DNA get achieved, and in this way the life cycle of the cell, that is called as the cell cycle, showing M phase, G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase. Together G1, S, G2 phase called interphase, and the M phase termed as the mitotic phase, in which the cell which enters in the division, and after completion there are 4 substages, the 2 daughter cells get appeared. So here again I will repeat, the supercoiled solenoid strands get appear in the metaphase only. Metaphase, that means the M phase, here the second phase, that is the metaphase. While the chromonema, that means the chromatin network, like this. The chromatin network, here the chromatin network or the chromonema, which get appear in the interphase, that means the G1, S and G2 phase. So the perfections which are important here, the multiple choice question may be asked in the NEET examination or in the CET examination. Then here chromonema shows 2 regions. The chromonema, that means the chromatin network, shows the 2 regions. The 2 regions termed as heterochromatin and euchromatin. The chromonema shows 2 regions as heterochromatin and the euchromatin. Heteros, the dictionary meaning is different. The different, that means particularly here the heterochromatin, the important characteristic feature which are the inactive regions, while the euchromatin and the meaning of euchromatin, here also the eukaryotes, that means the EU, that means truth, that means well organized, well developed. So here the euchromatin and the important feature or the meaning, the regions which are the active regions called as the euchromatins. So the chromonema shows the 2 regions. Suppose here one expanded part, suppose here the chromatin network or the chromonema, the one part which shows the highly condensed, that means the dark stained region. Here the highly condensed or the dark stained region. So the dark stained region, which are the heterochromatin, while the light stained regions, which are the euchromatin. So the difference or the distinguishing features, the heterochromatins, which are the dark stained region, that means the chromonema shows some regions which are the dark stained regions like this, and the dark stained regions called as the heterochromatin, while the light stained region called as the euchromatin. So here heterochromatin, which are the dark stained region, and the euchromatins, which are the light stained region. To stain, that means to color the particular chemical component which plays important role to stain the particular biological materials, and here the heterochromatin, which get darkly stained, called as the heterochromatins, and due to which it becomes darkly stained because which are highly condensed region, much DNA which are present in the region which are the highly condensed region, and it becomes inactive, cannot express their characteristic feature. But the euchromatin, very light stained region, and which are the non-condensed region, that means somewhat the loosely the regions are present, and which are the active regions. Then question arises, what is the meaning, the significant meaning? The active region means what? What is the role of the active region? And particularly the active regions which plays very important role in the protein synthesis. In the protein synthesis which plays the important role, while the inactive regions heterochromatin cannot play any role in the protein synthesis, and that is about the heterochromatin and the euchromatin. Up till now in HSC board exam, the question not directly asked on the heterochromatin or euchromatin, but the important reference according to the multiple choice question, and you know about the heterochromatin which are the darkly stained regions and which are inactive, while euchromatins which are the light stained regions which are the active regions. And so in this way here the packaging in eukaryotes completed in detail with the important detail references, maybe which needs in the NEET examination in the multiple choice questions also. So here I will stop here today, and the next unit will start, that is the packaging of DNA in prokaryotes in next lecture. So I will stop here.